Good morning, everybody. So we've been doing a lot of JZX 110 content. It's been going great. It's been a really fun side quest. In the last video, we kind of got it looking like a car again, or looking like something other than just like a stripped apart Camry. So if you didn't watch that last video, go watch it. It's sick. We got some things to do to make the thing like actual ready to kind of swing around, which we'll do very soon. But today I figured we'd do another side quest. It's a week of side quests. I leave for Japan this weekend. I'm super excited for it. I didn't want to get into anything crazy, so it's side quest time. Right, Austin?
Yeah!
Yeah, side quest. Where's my hype button?
These are the levels in the video game that you do before the main missions.
Yes. We'll come back and do the final boss stuff. For now, we're gonna have some fun, nothing too stressful. So, by the title of this video, there might be another car, all right? You guys are gonna get grumpy with me, you're gonna be mad at me, but I don't care, because I'm trying to live my best life. It's been a very chaotic year for me, and I've come to terms with my problem, all right? I'm just indulging in it, so let's go check this thing out. So we gotta disrupt the video here for a small merch plug. So we have a little drop going on right now. Very excited about it. So of course it is officially hoodie season, so we got hoodies going. So we did a new Oaks Garage hoodie, nice and casual, black, one color, and go boom! Ka-chow. Well, I need a term. Ka-chow. How thick is that?
The back is so good.
We've done a lot of SR content. We've done a lot of SR content that we kind of came back, and RJ was like, oh, we should do like an SR like blowing up. I was like, I don't want that juju on merch. So we got high hopes, low expectations, all right? I think that's a shop saying at this point. We also have some other goodies to go with it. We have a new Nissan spinoff Oaks Garage banner called HQ. They're like, yeah, send it. They're like, you're valid, you got it. Like,
the Datsun marketing department said it was okay.
It'll be all right. So we got a fresh sticker pack, of course, because we always throw new stickers on the website with a fresh drop. And this was a little project trial of RJ here. This is a Oaks Garage mouse pad, keyboard, desk pad. What's fun about this, there's a lot of Oaks Garage Easter eggs on here, so if you get this, I think you'll have fun identifying the little things we snuck in the background. And of course, the Z's don't get enough love, so we decided to throw this stuff on here. Tie it together, we have a new color for the water bottles. We love these things. I think we all have like multiple of these because you lose it.
You gotta have at least like 3.
Yeah, you have to have like one in your car, one at work, one next to your bed. So we did yellow this time because you guys know I love the color yellow. We have one more product that we don't have with us physically right now, but we'll have it tomorrow, of course. That's how things happen. Mystery crew neck. We decided to do crew necks. We're big crew neck guys. It's like wearing a hoodie without the hood.
That's literally the definition.
That's the definition of crew neck. It's a really awesome design, and I want you guys to hop on the website, check it out. I'll leave it as a mystery for now. It's really sick, and it's one of my favorite designs in a long time. So for now, you guys know the deal. Hop below, shop Jamia, and cop yourself some. I know, I gotta find something new to say.
Cool merch.
Cool, this drop's sick. Cop it. That's not a good one. It's always a gamble. It's not a good one. Whatever. All right, change the scenery today. We're at my house. You can tell my 36 looking really clean in the driveway. So. Word this.
How do you justify this?
The car's here because I was trying to hide it from the guys, so I don't want them to yell at me. But
I'm all for it.
I know you're the only person I told. So, bought this car, right? Got a incredible deal on it. You know the Jimmy line there. I got it really cheap. We got the pre-COVID pricing on this thing. It felt good. What's good about this is we're kind of going full circle here. And if you guys remember back in the day, I used to buy a bunch of cars, part them out, keep the parts I could use, sell off the rest of the parts, buy new parts, do all that, and that's how I kind of afforded doing the channel for the first couple years. So this is a little bit testament to this. So with the car here, we got a bunch of parts on it I want to sell, and I want to sell them soon so I can get some money back because I'm going to Japan and I need money when I go to Japan. So we got to strip this thing today. We're gonna go through it, see what goodies we got, make some money. Let's get to it. I don't want to hear it. I told you I've come to terms with my life here. All right. What do you expect? Come on.
What else?
What else? I love these stupid things. I tried so hard to stay. I spent like the last 2 years trying to stay away from these things, and then this year was like, nah. I'm an old man now.
I got a problem, and I'm gonna own that problem.
Boom. I got another. It's not a 240, a 180 SX. Can we do B-roll? Make it really exciting. Go. All right, boys, here it is. My 1990. don't know what year it is. My probably 93 Nissan 180SX. Woo! This is a 180, right-hand drive, right? I got this thing super cheap and, well, kind of checked a bunch of boxes, and I know like you always need a justification for something, and I kind of have somewhat of a plan, right? And this isn't something I was planning for the channel, this is something I was kind of planning for me. So this is probably something that's gonna happen on the back burner. I talked about having kind of like an at-home project, and well, I kind of figured this would fill the hole really nicely. I didn't want to do anything like too over the top. These things build together super quick, and honestly, I wanted a right-hand drive car to drift, an S chassis to drift. And my big goal here, and I know this is kind of like a stretch, but I've been to Japan quite a few times now. I've drifted in Japan quite a bit. I have my S14 in Japan, I have my Ebisu in Japan. What I've realized, building a car in Japan is extremely difficult and extremely expensive and a lot of time. I can't go to Japan for 3 weeks and do nothing but wrench. As much as I'd love to. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, when you get there, you're supposed to be enjoying it.
Yeah, when you get there, it costs so much to get there, to find the time, to accumulate stuff that is too tricky. So my goal ever since Osaka was kind of build a car in America that I could ship to Japan and leave there, right? So I could build it with modern goodies on my own time, make sure the thing is bulletproof, kind of like my purple coupe. That thing has been incredible.
Kind of sounds ass backwards.
It does.
But it's like the smartest way to do it.
Oh, 100%. I think there was 2 guys there from California that did the trip with us who shipped their cars from California, and their cars were bulletproof. And they had the best cars there, and it just, it makes, you were there you saw how hard it was just to get.
Normal tools, normal parts.
Fabrication's so difficult in Japan, you know what I mean? Like getting a cage done in Japan, you're gonna get a bolt in Cusco cage. Do I want that at Meihan? Not really. Intercooler piping, stuff like that. You can only really get off the shelf or used stuff in Japan that, like, I figured, I saw the guys, and you know, I saw a couple guys at Ebisu that imported cars from America. And it made more sense, honestly. It ends up being cheaper. And I paid less for this shell than I would for this shell in Japan.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying. For a lot of people, the resources aren't there to do that, but you guys see me build a bunch of these cars. I build them super quick. I got a lot of good hookups. I have an insane amount of spare parts. I have a spare engine for this thing, you know what I mean? Like, and well, today I'm gonna show you guys how I could justify this. Real quick, let's check this thing out so we know what we're working with, and we'll go from there, all right? This car overall is actually a pretty good car. When looking for a car that you're gonna build into a drift car, for me, I just want something that is rust-free, has most of the interior, most of the chassis wiring, and I mean, that's really it, right? Because if it's not rusty underneath, we're golden. The interior, it's a drift car. We don't need the most perfect interior ever, but we got it all. We don't got to source any crazy parts here and there. And the best part is it really hasn't been with yet. Uncut quarters, which is good because I'm gonna cut these anyways, but I'm not have to work with someone else's dodgy cut job and redo it. Like top roof, so I don't gotta worry about a sunroof leaking or going flying off like Tom's car. And surprisingly enough, it hasn't been crashed yet. Here, I said yet. You like that? So we don't have to waste a bunch of time fixing someone else's mistakes. Just a blank slate. Now the only big problem here is the car is spray painted, right? It's hard to tell on camera, but the paint is really crappy. The whole thing's spray painted. There's a lot of dents and dings and stuff like that. So to make this thing into a really nice street car, it would cost way too much money. You would be better off just buying a nice 180. So it doesn't hurt as much to turn this thing into a drift car. And I know, like, everyone's gonna rip me because I already have a 180 shell, but it's a perfect shell. Perfect interior.
That's gonna be the street car.
That's the street car one day. I don't care. I won't even front to you guys. I'm not gonna build that car anytime soon. The molding's all there. It's all good. It's not falling apart. Glass is good. Panels are straight enough. Frame rails solid. It's an incredible platform for actually turning into, well, a drift car we can ship to Japan. So now going back to the whole storyline of parting cars back out to kind of make it all happen. If you're gonna buy a car to drift, if you could find something that has some goodies on it that you could sell, that's huge, because at the end of the day, we all know you're gonna end up replacing everything. So if you can get some things that you could sell to get your money back, you're golden. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna get this thing stripped of all the parts that are worth some money, because we're not gonna use any of them, get my money back, and I'll have, hopefully, almost zero to no money into a bare shell, which is exactly what we need. Done a lot of yapping so far, but the foundation's set. So I got this car, this shell, for 6 grand, all right? Usually don't talk money because it gets weird, but we got this thing for 6 grand. So my goal is to figure what we could sell off this car to make that as close to $0 as possible. So we're gonna start with the interior, and I haven't really gone through this car much, but let's deep dive. I honestly love this part when buying new cars. It's like, I feel like I'm playing Storage Wars, but
Like going through all the compartments.
first thing I noticed is we have an old school Nismo. We have an old logo Nismo steering wheel. And the thing's pretty weathered, but I was told that it's worth pretty decent money. I was told you could even get like $800 for this thing in crap condition.
Just for the steering wheel.
Just for the steering. I'm not gonna sit here and like pretend like I know every old school Nismo logo, because I've never been like an old logo like aficionado. But I texted my boys who are Nismo dorks, and so we're gonna steal this thing right off the rip, because that is a big chunk of change back. So let's ping this thing at $800. Cha-ching. But the logo's good, right? That's all that matters, right? That's the money maker right there, is that logo. The face is clean. Who wants it? For sale. So this car's been stateside for quite a while now, so I don't think we're gonna find any cool JDM goodies in it, but we have a bunch of gauges. Gauges are hot right now. Gauges are expensive. I hate gauges.
Not everyone does though.
No. I mean, it's such a vibe. Like you saw like the big JDM thing to do is like the Defi gauges, like right here, a bunch of them. This is the American version, just shoving AEM gauges somewhere. Isn't that like the American equivalent? We have a Blitz boost gauge right here. Do I have, it's a direct one. See, there's a vacuum line going to it. So it's not there's no sensor needed. So you just need the gauge. So I feel like that's worth decent money. Just run a vacuum line to it, you get your boost.
Yeah.
I think we could say $100 for that thing.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. You have power and ground for your light, and then vacuum reference, that's it. Come on.
Easy peasy.
This thing's actually kind of cool. Should I keep this? No.
I kind of want it.
You want it?
I want it.
$100. $100. Nah, you want this? I'll give it to you. These AM gauges, dude, are a lot of money, but you need the correlating sensor to them, and I doubt the sensor's in the engine bay. So we've got the gauge. But dude, I think these are all like $300 a pop. So you're $900, like
just in those gauges.
Just into these gauges. I'm not trying to upsell any Link products here, but give a standalone ECU. This is all info that your ECU can get, and you run one can gauge. You buy a $400 can gauge, boom. I'll tell you all this.
Gauges suck.
But they look sick. Jesus Christ. Oh, things are... Oh. No. This thing sucks. Here we go. Oh, poor interior. Maybe that's negative money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got full interior. It's got every piece of interior though. It even has a rear parcel trim. Cha-ching. We just have the gauges and the wiring, no sensors, but I feel like that's still $80 a pop. They can get that.
I'd agree.
That seems fair,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere here. Ooh, jackpot. This is an OG one. Memorabilia. $100. I know what I have. I'll get him to sign it. How about that? $100 signed by Adam LZ. I could definitely forge this actually with somebody.
Forge his signature.
I could forge it. Have you seen Adam's signature? I could definitely do a signature. $100 signed by LC.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. We're doing pretty good right now. We got a lot to go through. So, quick thing, parts. We have a Z32 Math. What are people still buy these?
Hell if I know.
I don't know. This is like if you do ROM tunes. Who's doing? Get off Niztune. Get off those chip tunes. But nah, if you're on one, here you go. Z32. I say $60. That's a good deal. And then this is actually a goodie right here. So this is SR20 clutch fan. Ooh, clutch is still good. Fan's got no cracks in it. These things are actually super desirable. If you're still like Tom and Josh, you run a clutch fan, dorks, not kidding. These are actually a really good option. These things go for good money. So I'm gonna say $120 on that. That's hooking someone up. It's like I'm just doing a giant ad. I'm having fun because it's kind of I want to see how much money we can get back from this car. It's like a mission at this point, so I can mentally justify it. I wish I could say I was trying to sell it to Steph. Doesn't care. She's like, you'll have fun with it. So I'm a lucky guy. But we're almost done in the interior. But we got one more thing. We got S15 stock seats. Now, do I have any desire for S15 stock seats? Not really, because I usually just get rid of them anyways. But people do like to swap them in because you have an S15 part in your S chassis. I feel like I can get 400 bucks for these seats.
It's pretty generous. Yeah.
I think it's generous, right?
Yeah.
Why, you think they go for more?
I feel like they would, yeah.
Should we raise the price up? 500 bucks. $500. $800. 500 bucks, people would pay, someone would pay that, right?
Yeah.
500 bucks. I'm trying to like find the price where it's like, I don't like tax and things, but I want to get my money's worth.
Yeah, let's get our money's worth, but hook a brother up.
Yeah, what do you guys think these seats are worth? 500 bucks.
150.
150? You want them?
Yeah. I'm just gonna lowball this shit.
Yeah, get out of here. You'll just say you want everything and I'll see on Marketplace for double in a few days. Oh, the seat bolts aren't cross-threaded. Oh man. Chassis worth it. Best buy ever. They're usually destroyed. What? I spoke too soon. One is cross-threaded. So I think we stripped the interior for basically all it's worth. Everything else we're probably gonna keep. It has full interior. The dash is pretty cracked, but I'm not worried about it. I think we're doing pretty good so far. Some expensive bits on the outside, which is actually really cool. So the first thing we got is the side skirts. So these are what they call Chuky side skirts. So they're not Type X side skirts, as you guys might know, the Type X body kit for these cars. These are, I think they're Chuky because they came on the later model. Chuky means later, doesn't it? Chuky means like...
Koki is, but what's Chuky? I don't know what Chuky is.
So what does Chuky mean in Japanese? Can you say? That makes a lot of sense. Chuky is middle period. That makes sense because there's Zenki, which is like early, Chuky, which is middle, and then Koki, which is late, right? Let's see what Koki actually translates to. Late period.
Nice.
Man, oh, thank you, Google. Zenki, early period. Nice. So, Chuky, middle period. So this is between the early and then the Type X is like the late. So Type X is technically the Koki S13. These are the middle period skirts, right? They're my favorite looking ones because they fill out the car the best. The Type X ones like do this weird swoop thing, which is kind of a vibe.
They bring it up too high.
They bring it up too high.
Yeah.
And they only really work with a Type X kit. Chuky, middle period skirts, they kind of go with a lot of different body kits. Like they're really casual skirts. I really like them. And what's sick is these are OEM, which is really kind of wild to see around, especially these days because they've kind of all been destroyed. It's kind of crazy. This is my first set of like OEM Chuky skirts. And the car must have came with them because look, it has all the factory mounting points to it. How sick is that? Like this piece is riveted on from factory and it's wedged between the interior trim. That's sick. Oh, it's glued on too. Shit.
You got a heat gun?
No, I don't got shit here.
You got a hair dryer?
Oh, hair dryer. Steph would kill me.
What is your idea here?
It's working. I don't want to hear it, Austin. Now I really feel like I'm building this car in Japan right now. This is my good silverware.
How would you like your Chuky, sir?
Maybe we should have brought it to the shop. I'm sitting there like, I'm like, no, I won't bring it to the shop. I'm bringing it to the shop. And then, so my goal here is to strip the car and just send it off to get caged, like instantly. That's step one. Needs a cage. What's sick about shipping your car to Japan, that paint and body work, way cheaper in Japan. Way cheaper, right? Labor rate's a little bit lower. People in America like only do insurance work, super expensive, and paint is a little more expensive here. I think we just don't allow as many chemicals in our paint. And aero is a lot cheaper in Japan. We know that.
Because it's all there.
Because it's all there. We don't gotta pay import fees, taxes, shipping, and then some dude from California to make some money on top of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If I can get the car in mechanical order with the quarters cut off and no front end stuff, you ship it like that, and you can get the car fully aeroed and painted in Japan for, you'll probably be at a third of the price if you did everything out. I mean, if you painted yourself and stuff like that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in Japan. So kind of combats the price of shipping it over there. See, I've been thinking, These skirts are a lot of money, right?
That's why we use the good silverware.
That's why we use the good knife. Wow.
Nice.
So I've seen these before. Look how cool this is. So OEM, they come with these little pinch clamps that actually screw onto your pinch welds on your chassis to hold the bottom on the skirt. How sick is that? Someone's got to sell these aftermarket for like aftermarket skirts. You rivet it in and screw it to the pinch weld. That's too smart. This skirt's good. It's got all the mounts. Needs a little bit of body work, but I don't even know how much these things go for. With all the mounts though, that's like, look how sick this is. I've never seen it with the mounts and stuff. It's always ripped off. Same. Got all the mounts. Those are really cool. I love these. Why is that not more of a common thing, right?
Let's just start doing that on Origin kits.
Yeah, right? Skirts, I'm thinking, I think 600 bucks. I think that's what they're worth now.
Full OEM with the OEM brackets too.
Yeah, they're all clean, ready to go. 600, right?
Yeah.
Agree on me with that one? 600 bucks. Rep skirts are 500 bucks. This is a part where I'm a little reluctant to give up, but I think it'll be worth it, is the OEM Type X spoiler. I think this is one of those pieces of aero that Nissan killed it. I don't know who was designing aero in the 90s, but whoever those guys were, I hope they're...
Bless their souls.
Bless their souls. I hope they're getting, you know...
I get you.
Getting taken care of, because they blessed our whole thing. A completely stock Type X S13. What a beautiful car. They killed it. So, Type X spoiler, these used to be affordable, and now they're not. And even replica ones are really expensive. And this one's like perfect. Like, it makes me want to keep it. I have one already.
So what do you need it for?
I bought it years ago for the white 180. So what do I need this one for? It'll be a drift car. We'll put an Origin wing on it or something. I don't know. Or something we could get a wing in Japan. Way cheaper. You know what I mean? I don't want to give it up, but I should. I don't need it. I don't need it. This spoiler isn't OE to this car because there's no holes in it for the trunk. And I'm pretty convinced it was put on in Japan because there's no way a set of American hands are fitting in here. This is tricky. See, it is OE. Oh, that's such good news. I was scared it was a rep one. But what's crazy, I mean, this thing's perfect. Like they'll crack a lot on these edges and stuff because they're getting old and whatnot, and they're sitting there their whole life getting shaken and whatever. But the crazy part is the price of this. I don't really know how much these things go for these days, but I know it's quite a bit of change because even when I bought mine like 4 years ago, it was a lot of money. But I do know the price of this is enough to buy an entire Origin kit in Japan. And that's all we need. Isn't that crazy to think about? Given like, Origin is the cheaper aero out of a lot of companies.
It's for a drift car though.
It's for a drift car, it's perfect, but that's nuts. So, how much is this thing? Ew, did these get cheap? Oh man, they might be cheaper than I thought. When did these get cheap again?
Maybe you just keep it now.
Oh man, these got cheap again. I'm gonna say on the safe side, 800 bucks. That's still a lot of money.
That's still a lot.
I thought they were up to like 1,200 by now because they were a lot of money.
That's still a lot of money.
800 bucks for a spoiler.
Yeah.
I'll take it because it's got no broken studs. Usually you have like broken studs or they're cracked up the bit. So no cracks.
No, this
shit.
thing's perfect.
It's literally perfect. The paint's just shit. 800 bucks. If you want it, you're gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, this makes the car.
Yeah.
Like Tom's car looks so good with the Type X wing. It's such a staple piece for the hatch. 800 bucks, right? Being a car guy, it's like all about justifying it to yourself. Like even if you have all the money in the world, like I've met the richest guys in the world, and when they build cars, they still have to justify it somehow in some manner, all right? This is my justification. So we got one more piece of aero that if it's real is worth, this one's actually worth a lot of money. And that is the OEM Type X rear valance. So we have both side pods and the centerpiece. Now, I'm gonna take them off to find out if they're real. Dorky Dory makes replica basically all of these pieces, and they're so good. Like his parts are incredible. So sometimes it's hard to tell if they're OEM or not, but if they're OEM, I just saw a set that sold for $1,200. They're mint, they're absolutely mint. So let's get them off and cross our fingers that these are OEM. Tools are scarce here, okay? Just as long as I don't saw through them with a steak knife. There it is, they're OE. They're not shattered. See, they're plastic, which by the age they get really brittle, so these break all the time. And you can imagine the rear pieces get chucked off all the time. So that is That's a huge win. Let's make sure I can get the other one off without breaking it before we celebrate. I've never seen these before. So these are the OEM mounts for it. So this pinches onto the pinch seam on the recorder, and the valance bolts to that. That's cool. No one has that piece, huh? Here we go. OEM, baby. That's sick. Look at all the mounting tabs. One's obviously missing, but it bolts on the rear bumper beam. This one slips on the bumper. See that? Holds this little tab up. That's actually really sick. These are,
You got the whole kit.
yeah, if I could have put a Type X front bumper on this thing, it would have been a full like Type X car minus the skirts, right? We're almost there. We got some pretty good goodies so far, some bigger stuff too, which is nice. It's easier to sell and get rid of. We got one more body panel I know I'm not gonna be using, and but definitely good enough condition to sell. OEM pop-up front fenders. Dun dun dun. Obviously we'd go over fenders, right? Full drift fitment, making it all work, but OEM metal front fenders, and it's insane, but they're getting hard to find out. They were all wrecked. Everyone slammed their cars, drifted their cars, they messed up the metal, everything. So these aren't perfect, but they're pretty damn good, especially if someone wants these just for, you know, a simple drift car setup. I would say for both, I think we can get $400 for the pair. I know how hard it was for me to find these for the cherry hatch like 4 years ago, let alone now. There we go. Alright, so we got all the parts off the things, at least all the big ticket items, and I think it's gonna accumulate something pretty good. So there's still a couple little bits on here that's not the biggest of deal. We have fully adjustable arms, front and rear, which is nice because we'll do a full GK Tech catalog on this thing, and honestly, if they were just stock arms, we'd get no money for them, but those all together we'll probably get like $500 everything. Adjustable arms aren't cheap and they're like brand new. Power steering pump, sick. Things like $200. AC stuff. Someone needs a right-hand drive AC stuff. Talk to me. These coilovers, I've never seen these before. They must have came on the car from Japan. They're wild looking. They have like fully adjustable knobs underneath. They actually look pretty nice. So I don't know, $200 to $400. Used coils always go for that, just because people just want to get their car low.
Yeah, somebody wants to be slammed.
Someone wants to be slammed on a budget. This is it. It's a fantastic platform. The car is like fully rust free for the most part, which is so refreshing because you remember my purple coupe and Tom's hatch, 50% of the time in that car was just rust repair.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Imagine just deleting 50% of that work. And this is it, you know what I mean? So it's a typical recipe. We'll pull the interior, we'll get a cage put in it, you paint the cage, put the interior back in, underbody of the car if you care enough, and then paint the bay. Drivetrain stuff you guys have seen me doing a million times. As long as I get the engine sorted, it's just like this. It's all bolt-in stuff these days, especially for this stuff. The recipe we use is simple and easy. So then you get to that point, you just send it away to Japan. You put fiberglass on it there because it's way cheaper and get it painted there. If that doesn't all work out, who cares? I'll have a caged S13 clean shell waiting for me. God forbid anything happens with my other ones, you could reshell super quick. Hopefully Tom doesn't need it. But if I can make these casual moves in the background, why not do it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to load the channel up with any more projects. This is my side endeavor. I just wanted to film a video today because
No, it's still interesting.
it's interesting.
It's the background thing.
I thought it was cool, so I'm excited for it. Be excited for me. It is what it is. Let's pack up this mess before Steph comes home and yells at me, and well, calculate how much money I'm saving. It's just, whatever, car things, dude. All right, so we got everything to the shop, and we got all the prices now tallied up, and our grand total of everything we said so far was what, $59.20, right? So we're $80 away from our goal of getting the shell for free. Now, one thing we did forget is it does have a 180SX rear garnish I'm not going to use. So I think we could throw that in being the $80. I think we can get a little more for it. But I think if we can get our reasonable asking prices here, we can get the shell for free, and that's the goal. Now I could justify it. And then all I gotta do is like throw like 20 grand. It's good. Put in the pipeline, make it all work. Life of being a car guy. But I'm hyped. So honestly, I posted a lot of stuff on Instagram last night, like half it sold, which is sick. So of course, guys, don't forget to cop the new drop. We got the stickers, the water bottle, the banner, the crew neck, the mystery crew neck. Go check it out. And of course,
sick ass hoodie.
Sick ass. I'm not even gonna say it's a SR hoodie. I'm just saying like we're using SR for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes. For now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.
It's sad because I